Hey, listen to me. It is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm always gonna call it straight down the middle. But it is a lie to say that women cheat as much as men. That's a lie. Like if you've ever been in the streets, then you know that's not true as a man. Because I can't tell you how many times when I was out there playing the field, how many women I approached and they said, I got a boyfriend. I got a boyfriend. I got a husband. If women cheat, and the thing about it is, I'm approaching these women, I know good and well what men look like. A lot of the men that I see saying this look like chewed up bubble gum. Look like somebody chewed you up, spit you out, and stepped on you. So where exactly do you have this experience with you being able to cheat with another man woman? Now, if you got cheated on, then say that. But also express that you was dating out of your league and you tried to buy a woman or finesse a woman by making her laugh, and then she realized she did not want you and you still was cheating on her or not being good, doing right by her, and then she cheated on you. Express the whole story now. Because this, women cheat just as much as men, women cheat just as much as men. And the women who saying that, it's like, so are you telling me that you cheat on your man? Is that what you saying? That you cheat on your man? You cheat all the time? And it's like, yeah, women cheat. And yeah, it's a lot of women who cheat. But if you know men who can move around, and a man who know men who can move around, know good and well, women don't cheat as much as men. Because when a man cheat, he also know the game. He know what cheating look like. He know when somebody moving funny, he know how to find that out because he done played that game. And I guarantee you it's a lot of men who done cheated on their woman multiple times and they ain't found their woman cheating one time. It's like, women cheat better, women cheat smarter. Yeah, women could cheat and get a little more security because most men don't kiss and tell. Because a man who cheating with your woman know that if he come out and brag about cheating with your woman, that he gonna lose his life. Whereas women don't move that way. Most women, they're not gonna take another woman's life over her sleeping with a woman sleeping with her man. But as men, we know that if you get caught cheating with my woman, even though she was in the wrong, you're going to lose your life because you knew that she was taken and you chose to be disrespectful. And that's one thing that men have to understand. That's one thing that men know. And that's why people say, that's why even some women say, oh no, women cheat just as much. We just smarter. No, you don't cheat smarter. It's just the woman ain't going to, the man ain't going to tell. Because he not going to try to kiss and tell because he know that the repercussions could be deadly. Now, on the flip side of that, when a man cheating with a woman, that woman gonna get her heart in it. Eventually, she gonna get in her feelings, and then she gonna start dropping little signals and hints to let the woman know that her man is sleeping with her. Cause she have hopes as the side woman to make the main woman get mad and leave so that she could have the man to herself. But that is only insecurity and brokenness and a trauma-ridden life. So that's where that's coming from. But the problem with men saying that women cheat as much, for one, it's a lie. Two, you cannot prove that in no kind of way. And I guarantee you, take your butt out there. Since you believe women cheat just as much as men, take your butt out there today. Go out there today. Go downtown. And you shoot your shot at 10, 12, 15 women. Don't cap for the comments. Stop capping for the comments. I know you ain't had no women. When you holler women cheat just as much as men, I know you ain't had no women. Because when I'm talking to you, you hearing from a man who was broke and had over 100 women from the age of 15 to 21. Who was broke, ain't had nothing to offer him. You hear what I'm trying to tell you? And the women I was dealing with the women I dealt with did not have no boyfriend. Did not have no boyfriend because, for one, I wouldn't even went there. And then two, if they had a boyfriend, I would have known it because I know what that looked like. Because throughout that time, I had a girlfriend. I would have known how they do with their phone. I would have known how they moving around. And yeah, the couple ones that did have a boyfriend, they'll be open to cheating because the relationship already over. They already getting ready to leave anyway because their boyfriend and already cheated on them. And already cheated on them. They done caught him, so now they trying to get their get back. Women don't cheat for the sake of cheating. Women cheat 9 out of 10 times from just brokenness, trauma, or retaliation, which is still brokenness and trauma. When men cheat, 9 out of 10 times, when a man cheat, and this coming from a former dog, a former womanizer, and I know a whole lot of former womanizers, when we cheat 9 out of 10 times, there is no rhyme or reason for it. When we cheat, we cannot sit there and say, oh, I'm cheating because my woman cheated on me because I caught her sleeping with another man. So that's why I'm cheating. Or I'm cheating because I was raised in trauma. Or I'm cheating because I was touched as a child. Or I'm cheating because this or that. 9 out of 10 times when a man is cheating for the thrill. Just for the sake of cheating. Just because he want to get it rocks off. Just because he want that thrill. He want that chase. He want that fun. And he cannot attach that to nothing other than a personal choice. 9 out of 10 times. Yeah, you got that one time to where a man is doing and he's saying, oh, this because of my childhood trauma. And, oh, this because of how I was raised. And oh, this because my woman cheated on me. You got that 1 out of 10 times. We got to be real about this. Because I'm going to tell you, we destroying relationships and we destroying society because men are not as forgiving as women. Men are not as naive as women. Men are not as gullible as women. It's some things that, it's a quote that said, God made a woman beautiful and foolish. Beautiful so that a man may love her, and foolish so that she may love a man. Somebody wrote that quote. I don't know the author name. But men are not like that. So when men hear women cheat as much as men, now what we doing as men is we questioning our woman. We questioning our woman and we pulling our heart out of the relationship and we stopping the love and we shutting down the love because we keep hearing that women cheat as much as men, even though we don't have proof of that. Even though we have not been able to just go lay wood on all these married women. For one, I'm not even gonna say go try to lay wood on married women that you know married, because you're gonna end up losing your job, getting exposed, getting stabbed, getting shot. Something crazy gonna happen to you. But you could even just look and tell. You can just look and tell, like, listen, like even when you have money and you look decent, when you talk to married women, I have not talked to a single married woman. We ain't talking about boyfriend, girlfriend stuff, because you can't even really, you single till you married, technically, in the eyes of God and the government. You single till you married. So I have not talked to one married woman, like at the soccer game, at school, at a business meeting, at anything, to where I felt like this woman want me to put something on her. And then when we do see that, it's always a certain type of woman that you don't want anyways because of where she at in her life. And we got to be real about that thing, because we ruining relationships by sharing this false narrative, and that men want so bad to throw the blame on women and say, oh, women do this just as much as we do. But you know the women that you done laid down who got a man, you know her story. You know she full of trauma. You know she was violated at 2-3 years old and lost the value of her body then. She was warped from a young age to where you can't even count that as a woman with her righteous mind cheating on her man. This a woman who doesn't know her worth, who doesn't know her value, who she was made to believe that she worthless, and that's how you could sleep with her. Because she don't even know who she is. And that is not the case with men. It is men who are quote unquote devout Christians cheating on their wife. Men who was raised with a mother and a father. Men who never was touched as a child. Men who never was taken advantage of, who is cheating on their woman. And that is totally different. And as men, we have to admit that. Because I'm going to tell you the truth like this right here. I'm going to tell you the truth. If women cheat as much as men, for one, I do this every day. I do this every day. So when a woman cheat on a man, she'll tell me on a coaching call. I could count on one hand, out of the thousands of women that I done coach, I could count on one hand how many women have cheated on their husband. And the ones who did, I know it and I could believe it because they'll tell the details and they'll share what happened. And some of them cases is real, it's heartbreaking now, it's shocking. But on the whole, we know, and I know from being in the streets and having to read a man in 0.5 seconds to see if I'm finna lose my life or not, I learned how to read people on a whole nother level just because of what I do and what I do daily dealing with people. So if a woman lying, I could tell she lying. If a man lying, I could tell he lying. So when I ask this woman, listen, so why y'all broke up? Why y'all got a divorce? Oh, because he cheated on me. He kept cheating. And I say, you never cheated on him? You never cheated on him? I just talked to a lady yesterday who admitted to cheating on her husband. Like, this a safe space when you coaching. This way if you're going to tell anybody, this way you finna tell it that. And I cannot tell you how many times I done asked a woman, first 48 interrogation style, over and over and over, 10 different ways. You never cheated on this man. You ain't never cheated on him. No, Tony. No, I have not. They will swear to God, swear on their child, swear on their mama. I have not cheated on him. And you know how I know that? You know how I could believe them? Because I was out there as a man trying to deal with women, trying to get women to cheat and being turned down. And I will see women, I see so many countless women that sold out to a bum. That a man who he don't want nothing on in life, he ain't got nothing going, and this woman faithful to his fake potential. Not even his real potential. Faithful to this man just out of faithfulness. And that's what you have to realize. Like, if women cheat as much as men, then we wouldn't even be talking about polygyny, polygamy, none of this. Women doing this stuff for men. They being overly faithful to men. Like a woman, what man, you tell me this. If women is just as messed up as men in this area, then why don't we see women in relationships with, why don't we see men in relationships with women and telling that woman, you could bring other men into the bedroom? So how is men being able to get a woman and convince this woman to let him have a second wife or a third wife or a fourth wife or a side chick or another woman or bring another woman into the bedroom? Because of the loyalty of women. This woman want to have a man so bad that she will compromise her health, her safety, her spirit, her soul, her salvation, and everything to please this man. But you tell me, and this is straight women who be coming by and these other stuff to please a man. You tell me a straight man who finna get his tailpipe stuffed to please his woman, because his woman want to see him get plugged up, cucumber up the behind, he finna appease her. So how are we the same? If men are not being asked to do what women are being asked to do. And in this society, we filthy. We're disgusting. We're an abomination in the sight of God. And that's why the world going through what it's going through. And that's why our kids suffer the way they suffer. That's because men cannot get their stuff together and live by the word of God and get one woman and love one woman and be faithful to that one woman and build a family with that one woman. Men cannot tuck their thing in their pants and do what they're supposed to do, and instead want to pass the blame and put it on women. Oh, women cheat just as much as men. I'm on a reel that got over 5 million views, so I'm getting to see all these foolish comments every day of men talking about women cheat just as much as men. And I'm like, where have you seen this at, bro? Where have this seen you? Do you know your daddy? How much you a child, you watching your mama, how much cheating did you see your mama doing? How much cheating you saw your daddy doing? So how you saw your daddy cheating but didn't see your mama cheating? But women cheat just as much as men. You got a sister? Talk to your sister. Talk to your sister. And if your sister was not just really like just throwed off out there, talk to your sister and ask her, has she been cheated on? And then when you talk to your sister and you ask her, has he cheated on, meaning her man slept with another woman, then ask her, while you was with him, how many men did you sleep with? Ask your sisters that. And then you go to your female friends that you not going to have nothing with, that you not going to sleep with them, you not going to be with them, they not going to sleep with you, and you ask them, have you ever been in a relationship that you were cheated on? And then she going to tell you, yeah. Then you say, why you was with that man and you got cheated on? Was you cheating on him? And I just want you to do your own study. Stop just throwing this out there because of what you hear on social media, what you read on social media, and stop saying that just because you was cheated on one time, because you was with a woman who cheated on you. Like, stop that and go out here and be real about this, and then stop spreading this narrative, because this narrative is ruining relationships, because it really got men who are thinking that women cheat just as much as men. It really got men believing that. And if you'd ever been out there and ever done something, then you know that ain't true. You know that's not true. If it was, I'll say it. I ain't got no problem saying it. You know, oh, you ain't gonna say it because you finna mess up your book sales. What book selling? I'm not even selling no book. So what you talk about? What is you talking about? It's like, shut that mess up. What is, and me saying that, you think that's gonna make a woman not buy my book because I said, if I say, yeah, women cheat just as much as men, you think that's gonna make a woman say, oh, I ain't finna buy your book, if that's what you believe? No, I'm finna sell more books. Because you know what make us want to do something is when what we want make us feel inadequate. When you shame somebody, they want to do what you tell them to do. When you make a person feel less than, if you call a person overweight, they want to hire you for training. If you tell a person they life out of order, they want to hire you for coaching. So tell a person that they doing the right thing and that they ain't as bad as the world saying they are. That ain't going to make them stop supporting you. And so if I wanted more support, I'll tell them. I'll tell a woman, oh, you this and that and this and that. Men don't even understand what pandering means. Sometimes the truth is the truth. Just because the truth don't fit you and it ain't suiting you, don't mean somebody pandering. And that's what you got to realize and understand. And we got to get this thing together, because with men spreading this narrative, it's making our sons not trust women. And yeah, it's going to be cheating women. Yeah, it's going to be no good women. It's going to be lost, broken women. It's going to be women who savages. That's going to be the case. But for every woman that's a savage, it's 10 women who is saving herself to marriage. For every woman that's a savage. And I'm out here dealing with these people. I know for a fact, this is what I dedicate my life to. So why are you doing construction? Why are you building houses? Why are you day trading? Why are you putting in security systems? Why are you washing cars? Why are you doing surgery? Pushing people in the bed in the hospital? I'm studying relationships all day, every day. If anybody know the dynamics of men and women, it's me. This is what I do all day, every day. So when I tell you for a fact, women do not cheat as much as men, you better take that to the bank. Because I'm right out here in it. So why are you dealing with you and your homeboys situation? And it's like, yeah, the women y'all dealing with is cheating just as much as men because y'all dealing with porn stars. Y'all dealing with strippers. Y'all dealing with sex workers. You dealing with women who live in the club because you living in the club. You dealing with women that's on your caliber. You dealing with women, you addicted to pornography. You're a porn baby. You're jacking off 5 times a day. You're watching porn an hour, 2 hours a day. You're smoking weed. You're getting drunk. You're popping pills. You're on lean. And then talk about women cheat much as men. Yes, at that level, women do cheat as much as men because you in the bottom. You in the gutter. But when you elevate as a man and you become a real man, you're going to start attracting real women. And then you're going to see how women move, how a real woman move, how a healthy, whole, healed woman move. And then you're going to realize that that type of woman, if she done chose to love a bum, if she done chose to love a man who ain't got nothing going for herself, he got $1 in a dream, that woman going to be faithful to that man. That woman going to be faithful to that man because I'm telling you, when I was out there moving, I had women turn me down for men, and I knew of their boyfriend or of their husband, and I'm getting turned down for a man who ain't even got what I got. The little that I did have. I could look at the man, and he looked like 12 years a slave. God bless his soul. God bless his soul. You could see the struggle on his face. He looked like he just come out the Underground Railroad with Harriet Tubman. And I'm sitting there like, what in the world? I remember trying to sleep with, when I was a youngin', I was 16 years old, I was trying to sleep with a young lady. She weighed more than me at 16. She probably was 200 pounds. She turned me down. I remember to this day because she had a thick tongue. And she probably was, I was 16, she probably was 14, something like that. And she said, I really don't do that. I don't have sex. So I really don't even have no sex. I was like, what? I'm like, what? Here, Mills, the star athlete. I'm in the paper every day, and I'm trying to give you a chance. You ought to be happy. Girl, I'm on here talking to you. What in the world? She turned me down. So it's like when you really was out there trying stuff and trying to holler at women, then you know that women is not just like men. Yes, you gonna have women that they shot out. But for every woman that's shot out, you gonna find 10 men that's twice as worse. That's a guarantee. But when men understand that about ourselves, then we start to change, we start to grow. Because when you see a woman and she got a good man or she got a good father, now you tell me how that woman move. So that's why I'm saying as men, we got to become better men. And when we become better men and stop passing the buck and stop blaming women and stop looking to women to be better than us and to set the standard and set the bar for us, when we set the bar of standard and integrity, every single woman gonna come to it. Because a woman wanna be pleasing in the sight of man. A woman wanna be ladylike. If I met a woman and I say I don't curse, that woman could have just finished stringing together 10 cuss words. She finna stop cursing just because I said I don't curse. She finna stop cursing. Women want to please men. Women want to look good for men. Women want to look smart for men. Women want a woman who want a man, who want a husband. She want to be what a man is looking for. The women who like women in the closet or like women openly, they could care less. They could not care less what a man want. They could not care less. And that's what you got to realize and understand. And as men be real with ourselves, that's where we could grow and change. That's where we could come to a place to where we really could see some change. Because when you ever been in a relationship, as a man, you able to break the backbone of a strong woman. As a man, You done seen that happen. You done seen women bend over backwards for a man, sacrifice their life for a man. You done seen women cut off their friends for a man, cut off their mama and daddy for a man. You done seen women do all of this. It's like, what is we talking about? What is you talking about? But see, the men who talking is men who, here you is, you go after this woman over here. And you going after her because you are a porn baby. Because you addicted to porn. You going to find a woman who you think is freak nasty like them pornography. And then you get with her. And then you think you finna change her and make her be faithful to you. And this woman done sold out to a bag. She bought her money. And if you ain't finna break bread, if you ain't finna do like the City Girls music talk about for this woman, you finna get cheated on. That's your fault for being a duck. So how you finna holler about, oh, women cheat just as much as men? No, the women you deal with cheat just as much as men because you're not dealing with no women that's ready to be no wife. You trying to pluck a woman off the street corners, pluck a woman off the pole, pluck a woman off of OnlyFans, pluck a woman off of webcam, and then try to turn her into a housewife. And then when you get your little feelings hurt, because you know looks-wise, she already out your league, but you ain't never been with no woman that's in your league. And a woman that's in your league, guess what? She not finna be perfect. She finna have a little bit of something going on. She finna have a little bit of stomach, or she gonna have a little bit of cellulite. She finna have a little bit of extra forehead. She finna have something going on. It is no woman that is perfect. Ain't no man that's perfect. When you get a woman that's in your league, and you love that woman the way she's supposed to be loved, that woman will give the world for you. That woman will sacrifice, break her back, do anything for you. And any man that ever had women know that. Know that. You can have a woman and a woman will give you her passcode. You can have her phone all day long. She ain't got nothing to hide. I done met countless women who have said, I got a boyfriend. I got a husband. Women saying that and don't even be having no boyfriend or husband just because they don't want to be bothered. It's thousands of women who is lying to men just because they don't want to be bothered. Just because they don't want the headache that a man finna bring. So how women cheat just as much as men? How women just as nasty as men? How women just as promiscuous as men? Come on now. Come on now. Let's be real about this. But when we as men step up and we grow, that's when we gonna see the world change. You think relationships is bad? Be a better man. You think women ain't no good? Be a better man. You think marriage is dead? Wake up. Be alive as a man. Be a better man. The onus is on us to change. If it's meant to be, it's up to me. When we accept responsibility as men, God has put the world in our hand. God has given us dominion over the earth. We can shape shift. We can change anything. We can make things shift, make things move, make things shake. We could do this as men, but you got to be a man. You got to stop crossing your legs and popping your tongue and hollering about, oh, women just as bad as men. Women cheat more than men. What you talking about? Come on, man. You got to man up. Pull that thing out your booty and go ahead and let that thing swing now and be a man. Be a man. You're sitting on your dangling tucked in your booty hole and you keep crying and complaining and talking about how sorry women is when you sorry. You sitting there watching pornography. You don't have a reality of life because you watch porn. So you can't even recognize a real woman because you watch porn. I'm going to tell you why my mindset different. I don't watch porn. I don't watch porn. I don't masturbate. That's why my mindset different. That's why I have a realistic view of the world and I don't see women as trash and I don't see women as competition and I don't see women as dirty and nasty and cheaters because I'm not looking and idolizing and pedestalizing and worshiping and lusting after women who have been turned over to a reprobate mind and then gave their spirit, their soul, and their body to dark forces, to sell their body, to trap weak, broken, insecure men for money. I'm not looking at those women as an example of women. I'm looking at women who has consecrated their heart, mind, body, and soul for their creator, and they trying to live right and be right and do right and be better. And when you look at it through that lens, then you see the quality of a woman. You see the virtue of a woman. That's what you got to realize and understand, Playboy. But until you get your life together, and like the quote says, you don't see the world for what it is. You see it for what you are. So if I'm a man and you a man, and I done slept with over 100 women by the age of 21, and I'm 38 years old. So if I stayed in the street, imagine what my numbers will be right now. You hear what I'm telling you? At 38, about to be 39 this month. Imagine what my numbers would be if I stayed the man that I was. But if we don't see the world the same, why don't we see the world the same? We don't see the world the same because we not the same. So let me ask you this. I don't curse because I don't mix the profane with the sacred. I don't watch pornography because I'm not finna defile my spirit and become addicted to something that's not real. When I can have a wife and be addicted to my wife. I don't gamble because I'm not finna squander my life's earnings chasing something where I know the house always gonna win. I don't go to the strip club. I don't go to the club because I'm not finna waste my time when I could be living in my purpose and getting to my money, taking care of my family. I don't smoke weed. I don't pop pills other than my vitamins in the morning. I don't get drunk. So if you can't say, if you don't see life the way I see life, but let me ask you, are you living how I just described how I'm living? That's why we see the world differently, because we don't see the world for what it is. We see it for what we are. So if you jaded, you're going to see the world through jaded lenses. But if you healthy, whole, and healed, you're going to see the world through healthy, whole, and healed lenses. And that's what I need you to understand. When you change your life, you can't trust a woman because you can't trust yourself. You know what you do in the dark, so you assume her darkness look like yours. She's not built like that. She's not built the same. Women are not built the same. And when you truly study women and you truly get to know women, then you get to see the classes of women and the different types of women. And the women that are like you describing them to be, that they cheat as much as men, when you study those women, then you get to see why. And what you gonna see when you get to the root of it, you gonna see that she moved the way she moved, that she nasty how she nasty, that she dropping it like it hot and she popping that thing how she popping it. When you get to the root of it, you gonna find out the root is a man. That's what you gonna find out. The root is a man. That she got turned out from a man doing something to her at 2 years old, 3 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old. When you get to the root of it. Or at 18 and she got with a boyfriend and he was lost, nasty, and disgusting, and he turned her on to other women and he started doing threesome and foursome with her. When you get to the root of it, you never see a woman who living that type of lifestyle doing it just on her own cognizance for her own reasons. Get to the root of it. But when you see men out here busting them down, flipping and tossing them, it's so many of us that live that life and we come from a 2-parent household with a good daddy. I'm one of them. We ain't got no reason under the sun to be nasty, to be addicted to pornography, be addicted to masturbation, be addicted to gambling, be addicted to all this. We ain't got no reason. My son was telling me yesterday about all his little friends gambling. These boys in 2-parent homes, no trauma, nothing going on, and they are developing a habit as kids that's probably going to break them when they're adults. Men do stupid stuff for no other reason than stupidity itself. And then we try to put women on the same plane as us when a woman is just a reflection of a man, of the men that she has encountered. She is a reflection of the men that she has encountered. That's all a woman is. A woman is a receiver. A woman receives from the man. What you put in her, you putting hard thing in her with an STD, she gonna receive that STD and she got to carry that STD the rest of her life if it's uncurable. When you put a sperm in her, she gonna receive that sperm, her body gonna fertilize it and she got to carry her baby. Even if you not a man and you finna not take care of your child and you finna walk out, she got to live with that. A woman is a receiver. That's why women are submissive. That's why women follow men lead. That's why there's only been male presidents in America, because we associate the tone of your voice and height and strength with leadership. So naturally, by default, men are put in leadership positions and women see men as leaders. If women got to pick a leader, it's women who are voting and they're choosing men. They choosing men over women. They voting for a man over Hillary Clinton, for a man over Kamala Harris. They voting for a man because they see men as leaders. They see men as security. That's why women want tall men, because they feel like the taller a man is, the more he represents security. So even women see men as leaders. And that's why when you look around, you see a countless amount of women submitting to and following a man with no mission and no vision. And tell me I'm lying. But you tell me, what man do you know following and submitting to a woman with no mission and no vision? But how many bombs do you see with a wife? So how are we as men going to say that women is just as messed up mentally, spiritually, and emotionally as us, when we could be at our lowest and have a woman? When we could be the worst man in the world and have a woman? The same is not true for women. If a woman cheat on a man, she gets her life taken. If a woman cheat on a man, she get left immediately. If a woman cheat on a man, she get beat on the way out the door. What happened when a man cheat? The woman cry. At the most, she might bleach his clothes, but she still finna 9 out of 10 times come back and drop it like it's hot and step her game up and start competing with the woman instead of being mad at her man. But we as men gonna sit here and we gonna tell this lie. Oh, women cheat, but it's Where? You not out here, bruh. You not out here. You just want to pass the blame. You don't want to accept real manhood. You don't want to be no man. But I guarantee you, if you become a man, you tuck your thing in your pants and you stop putting it where it ain't supposed to go. You stop watching what you ain't supposed to watch. You stop listening to what you ain't supposed to listen to, and you become a real man. Watch how you see that woman transform. Watch how you see that woman treat you. Watch how you see that woman love on you. And then guess what? Then if that woman cheat on you, when you done been perfect as a man, when you done been the man that God called you to be, 9 out of 10 times when a man get cheated on, he forget everything that he did to that woman to put her in that mind state, to put her in that place, to feel like she lonely, to feel like she abandoned. And she was trying to secure up her exit strategy before she just stepped out there by herself because she ain't know no better what to do. And the men who leave a woman do the same thing. Men go and start talking to another woman before they leave a woman. So we can't blame a woman for doing that, because we do the same thing. When a man leave a woman, we got a girlfriend the next day and really have been talking to her the last 6 months to a year or longer in the relationship. Let's be real. Like, look around. This ain't about no pandering to no woman. This about being real. And when you look at, women cheat as much as men, how many situations do you know that to be true? You can't count on more than your 2 hands. Be real about the situation. I'm out here. And it's a good possibility that if you watching this, I got just as much of opportunity as you to cheat. So I'm going to get to see the weaknesses and the vulnerabilities of a woman. And guess what? Ain't no woman shooting a shot at me. Ain't no women who don't even know me. Women who don't even know me ain't shooting a shot. Who don't even know I'm a relationship coach. Who don't even know I'm married. Ain't double looking and looking at me like they're available and like I can come up and shoot my shot. And I know I don't look like I got stepped on. But the thing what I noticed is that a lot of the men who saying women is trash and women cheat just as much as men look like they got stepped on. Look like a piece of chewed up bubble gum. Look like the back of a 6-7 Chevy. And it's like, come on now, bro. What is you talking about? Yes, your stripper cheated on you because she about that money. That's where you found the act. Yes, your escort that you plucked off of OnlyFans cheated on you. Yes, the woman that done slept with everybody before you met her cheated on you. Yes. But not no classy, respectable, self-loving, righteous mind woman ain't cheat on you. For no good reason, for nothing. Come on, man. Let's be honest about this thing so we can stop jading the minds of these young single men who got to go into the world and get married. We jading their mind because of our trauma, because of what happened in a relationship with us. Come on now. Come on now. We got to do better. I'm 20 minutes late for my coaching session. Spirit went flowing. But we got to be real as men. We got to check ourselves and get this thing together now. Hey, this is Tony Gasson. God bless you. We'll talk.